the 8th and final time, welcome back to the Dota Summit 7 American Qualifiers. This is the Grand Finals. This is Game 5. And this is what everyone has been waiting for, including myself, Dakota here at Beyond the Summit, and my comrade Lacoste. It is this. It is all down to this. And it is very late where you are, I'm sure.
I have no introductions left, man. I've ran out of everything. It's 6 a.m. here, and I'm still super hyped. I don't know if it's because of all these energy drinks or because I'm past that sleep schedule, or I don't even need to go to sleep anymore because I'm like 24, 26 hour awake.
Wired up.
But let's focus on important things.
Like
you.
Like me.
What? Yeah, like you.
I managed to barely get half an Oreo in between those games, so I'm feeling pretty good. I'm ready to go. Got my water, and let the games begin. So, bans coming out. A new and interesting approach already here from MP, normally reserving it for the second phase of bans. This time they just straight out ban the Meepo right away, following it up with a ban of the Tree, who'd been a big factor this series. DC remove yet again the early phase Wisp, and the Embers got to go. So with the first pick advantage, DC pick up the Warlock. Found good success in the previous game, I suppose. Oh no. And then Dazzle and Beastmaster are going to get grabbed from MP.
Yeah, stick to what is good.
Okay, so Beastmaster right away. MP again. Mostly building this up for more of a tempo kind of a lineup.
5 seconds
a Lycan is what's screaming out to me, certainly for MP. You already have a Beastmaster to pair with it, and the Dazzle too. This just screams Lycan, and if DC don't ban it, I would be very, very surprised.
Yeah, well, now DC has a different kind of approach. They might actually go for like dual lane Warlock Axe this time. Against Dazzle and Beastmaster if MP decides to go for a double lane. And Axe is good in a laning against those two, and is also good, of course, his ulti goes through the grave, so...
DC's turn to
so off with their head. We saw some good Forev games in the earlier part of this qualifier in the hands of DC too, so he's definitely warmed up on the hero. Bans coming out. Second phase. Getting rid of the Batrider here as they begin to target more pressure onto the off lane. That's weird. Why'd they ban Batrider? They already picked up a Beastmaster.
10 seconds remaining.
I have no idea. Probably eight game of the day. Remaining. Oh, it's not DC. This is only 5 games, so 5th game. So it's
reserve time.
Huh. I mean, you know what is crazy? I mean, Fata is actually one of those players who actually plays Beastmaster in the mid lane. It's been a while. I mean, I thought the call out for Zeus was something, but to call out for a Fata Beastmaster mid lane would be really another level. It'd been quite a while.
DC's turn to
if Fata plays Beastmaster mid here, I'm just gonna disconnect. I mean, your calls. I'm so sad about that Zeus call yesterday because our voices are robotic.
It wouldn't be me calling it though. It'd be DC banning out Batrider would be the only reason to even consider that as a plausible option. I'm still looking at the Batrider ban like I don't know what's happening here, but they are the ones anticipating that this could either be a
10 seconds
mid lane Fata or B jungling Beastmaster in the hands of Owie instead.
Remaining.
Maybe Owie has played Beastmaster on this team, and I unfortunately have not casted the game or watched it. I'm trying to quickly scroll through their history of drafts here, but in those kind of Beastmaster games that I am seeing, it's mostly picked up from MSS. So, just a bit peculiar for now, but maybe it's something that will make more sense. Actually, oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so apparently 3 days ago at an Epicenter matchup, Team MP did roll with a Batrider Beastmaster lineup that also, get this, featured Death Prophet and Queen of Pain. So, oh my God.
And who played the Beast?
I gotta look at it. I gotta open it up here. I mean, a lot of people, especially MP fans, are probably like, duh, but it looks like Envy played Death Prophet, Fata played Queen of Pain, MSS did play the Bat Rider, and they did give Owie the Beastmaster. So that's what it is.
Turn to pick.
My lack of research, apparently. I didn't see that MP had played a Owie Beastmaster in the past, so that ban does make more sense. And the Clockwork comes out now. Okay, then. So what do you think? MSS offlane Clockwork with Owie Beastmaster, or Owie support Clockwork with an MSS Beastmaster? Are you tired yet?
No, I'm tired of those questions where it can go both ways because they can still place it however they want.
I just
I'm
imagine
not gonna
this
predict
is
anything because I'll look stupid in the end.
Well,
so.
I think what I'm doing, when I do that, it's just I imagine that's the thought process almost of the drafters when they're like looking at it. They're like, hey, it could be this, but it also could be that, and you have to factor in this, and they've played this before, and let me look at their drafting history. Ah, yes. So I'm sure they go through those same kind of,
Dire team pick.
deductions. It's interesting though. It becomes a lot more exciting for me and for anyone as a viewer who has not caught those other games and is like, ooh, I actually would like to watch Owie play Beastmaster. I didn't know he had played that recently. That'd be cool.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, definitely. What else is
5
there?
seconds remaining.
Still not one Monkey King today in this series.
Reserve
I was
time.
expecting at least one.
No,
10
dude,
seconds remaining.
it's dead. Monkey King and Earth Spirit. I can't believe there actually may be a
DC's turn to
time,
pick.
at least or a region or a little bubble of this, that it just neither seem to exist. But we are going to be seeing a full day of none of them played, it looks like here. But again, we're going to be seeing potentially the Fata TA. That was
10
a
seconds remaining.
amazing Fata showing in the last game. Probably his best showing, I'd say, that I've seen in the last
5
day or so.
seconds
Maybe
remaining.
it's a bold call, but he really got to beat a lot of ass. It was very nice.
Reserve time.
Yeah, well, we didn't mention the last game a lot about. We mentioned it once about those stacks that really crippled DC there. It was like 3 or 4 stacks on one side and 3 on the other side, and then one more time the double stack for Ancients, and Templar Assassin plus Bristol took everything away from them.
That was nice, but I don't know. I think overall, Envy didn't really end up being like a too big of a threat. But
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about it. Envy could have been like any hero name, like Hero
Yeah.
X. He didn't do pretty much anything for. He was just farming and then went in at. In the end, didn't participate in fights.
it's
so
hard
that
to it's
hero
hard to
could have been-
gauge if that is is it Bristleback doing it, or is it just
10
Envy
seconds
farming away
remaining.
on X hero and being able to get it done. So
5 seconds
for now, though, at least it's
remaining.
earned the respect of DC for the ban, and DC are now going to move themselves into a Storm Spirit pickup for their final draft.
DC's
Storm
turn to
versus
ban.
TA, it would appear, is going to be our mid lane matchup.
Yeah, what else do they have for Storm Spirit? Beastmaster ulti, that's it so far to lock him down if he has enough mana.
10
I'm thinking
seconds
already
remaining.
we're in store for what looks like a Mason Lifestealer again.
5
And
seconds
Storm and
remaining.
Axe are great vehicles to do so. What would you think about that?
I'll agree with that.
DC's
That
turn
seems
to
really
pick.
good here. Outside of that, I mean, Jug, I guess, is also out there. Terrorblade has... Oh, he's been banned. Oh, Troll. Okay. I was
Dire
actually really banking on the lifesteal possibly being the option, but they're going to go for Troll. Troll has met a lot of bans, actually, in these recent drafts, so this is one he's able to weasel out from. I guess some extra right-click potential is okay for Storm. Doesn't really seem super synergetic
seconds
otherwise,
remaining.
but now I'm looking at it, you do have the Bloodlust on top of that, Lacoste.
5 seconds
Yeah, there's no
remaining.
alacrity and press the attack, but I think Bloodlust will do.
Yeah,
Do
it's
it.
good, but this is all for what feels like purely the Troll. Like in those other lineups, like we had a Legion Commander that could also make work out of it. This one feels a lot more for just like kind of the Troll here. And last pickup, the first time we'll see it, I believe, for NP in this qualifier run at the Summit 7 is going to be a Spectre pickup, the late game queen. That I have just dubbed her myself for whatever reason.
Late game queen.
I guess that
Or,
also could be Naga or Medusa or any
or
other.
any other female late game hero.
Yeah, but for now, Spectre.
Weaver.
The Weaver lady. Yeah. I'm more inclined to
Legion.
think that that one's a male, sir. Okay, I might let you slide with Puck, but Weaver, though, I'm
10
thinking that's a
seconds
dude.
remaining.
Right?
If Weaver casts Swarm, so she gives birth to bugs, it must be a female. Yeah.
Maybe it's a crazy species where the male is actually the birth giver.
You know, we
Rubians are a crazy species after all.
back to National Geographic.
Yes.
Seahorse, actually the males give birth.
Yeah, see? I knew there was... I'm glad you knew that, because in my mind, I'm like, I know there is a creature that the male is the one that gives birth. So
Yeah, so
Nerubian
basically, Weaver is a seahorse.
in your world, yes. And at least as far as Dota goes, if he's birthing these bugs all over the place, I guess I would agree. We need to stop this right now, Lacoste, okay? Because this is the grand final, and if people check the VOD and realize we were talking about bug birthing at the end of this draft, we're probably not going to be seeing any chance of going to any Valve event in the future. So let's just go ahead and try to compose ourselves as best we can. It's time to get hyped, guys. Lacoste, I know it continues to get later and later there, and we are moving on to hour 9 or 10. But when you get a best of 3 that goes a full 3 games and a best of 5 that goes a full 5 games, I don't think you can ask for anything better, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. That's always... super hyped when there's a best of 5 and it goes into 5 games.
Now I got to give you the big question that I always ask you at this point. Based on the draft that you see here, who is going to be going to the Summit 7 LAN? And who is going to be hoping that next time will go better?
I'll say DC, they have a good lockdown and they have a good... and not that good vision for Dazzle, but they can initiate easily, especially once Storm Spirit, let's say, like a late game matchup, gets a Lincoln Sphere, just goes in on Dazzle. Pretty much there's nothing to stop it besides BM Roar, and also with comes like a super serious damage dealer. I like overall Digital Chaos lineup more. They have only one big ulti, that's Rock. Besides that, they can fight all the time.
Yeah, lots of constant fighting, and the Rock could always fall back as like a good counterplay option just in case. And their lineup, though, I have to say, yeah, it's pretty well-rounded. We know Bulba to be very good at kind of putting mileage on the map early in the game, and that is really what you want to do with your Ogre. If DC can kind of establish themselves into some good laning dominance, then I don't see why they can't just segue and take it to the later part of this game. But we saw from NP in the previous one that they are very good at kind of ramping up the tempo of a game early on. Any reason to suspect they might roll with another 2-1-2 kind of a laning get-up, or do you think they are going to be leaving MSS to fend for himself in the off lane?
I think it's going to be MSS on the off lane, definitely, and they need to secure EE's farm early on.
Do you straight to jungle then for the Beastmaster? I mean, we've seen this plenty of times, even in recent patches. You know, even a lot of the Chinese teams, I remember a certain FY able to get kind of some of the best farm income you could ask for in the hands of a jungling Beastmaster. Do you play it greedy like that?
If DC decides to go for a double lane, like Warlock Axe against Spectre, since Spectre is a melee hero, they can really pressure the lane. Mm-hmm. And on bottom lane, Ogre will be enough to handle the Clockwork plus Troll, and Ogre can actually move to jungle at one point and just try to harass AUI.
All right, we are hopefully getting set to begin here. I was wondering why the hell are we still looking at the hero draft screen? Bring up the chat and pause the game. Finally, they're deciding to unpause it. I'm not sure what that was really about, but it looks like we'll finally begin moving on forward. We'll take it for what it's worth. It's a Game 5 Grand Final, a super important one at that, so extra prep, I suppose, is necessary here. But we are ready to hit this one home. I assure you that.
By the way, what does the AUI prefer to call him? Is it AUI or IOE?
I've heard him say, and I can't remember where it was or what interview, but he didn't care if it was Curtis, AUI, or Owie. He didn't mind personally, so you can call him either. Potato, potato. Hey,
Yeah,
if he says if he's watching this now, feel free to hit me up on Twitter or Lacoste and say, "Shut the fuck up, call me, you know, your daddy," and I would probably do it. Here we go. It's time to finally begin before the screws come completely loose here in our American qualifier. We got to remember, though, it's the Summit after all, the most laxed event. It's more appropriate that way, I guess. A lot of these teams actually, you know, the Summit itself has really evolved quite a bit over time. A lot of people just really enjoyed seeing a different side of the players, getting to be able to see them when they just transfer from playing in a game to going and just having a bite to eat and, you know, hanging out with the bros, and then having them on the couch occasionally to be able to give their own personal new insight to the game. And for a lot of them, you know, it might not be the craziest and biggest prize pool, but it comes so close to TI, it almost becomes an opportunity for an over-glorified boot camp and an opportunity for all these teams to really power up. So I'm excited to see who's going to be joining us. We already have had lots of qualifier action as recent as Navi being able to qualify for Europe. We have Clutch Gamers coming out from Southeast Asia. CDEC qualified from China. And, of course, we already had a couple of invites go out with VGJ, Virtus Pro, your returning champions, and Secret also receiving the direct invite. There is one more spot, but I don't know if it's been announced yet, so I'm not going to say anything about that for now.
AUI, a.k.a. Curtis, a.k.a. Aoi, with a Stout Shield, 2 Tangos, and Healing Salve.
So no early Quelling Blade at all. Yeah, he's so he's going to be a part of a lane. He's going to be a part of at least trading about. But yeah, I'm curious where he really plans on going here. Svata's definitely taking over the mid lane for him, so we'll have to see. Definitely something I'm going to be anxious to keep eyes on. Because yet again, I did not witness the Epicenter matchup that he got to play this Beastmaster last time, so I'm in for a good treat. MSS already doing a little bit of fun cog block play. Getting that creep wave right back and under the tower as best he can.
Yeah, you don't want a clockwork when you go out in a club, so he can cog block you.
That was cute. I like that. That'll be a fun Dota dad joke in the future. MSS dishing out the second set of cogs here as he continues to try to get himself within that XP window as best as possible. The one Warlock shouldn't be too much trouble on phasing him out. The all secondary supports are all joining in on the mid lane action. The classic 2v2 mid matchup right now, as Bulba is trying to use that Ignite to just burn his way through that TA. Look at how annoying. Look how fat I am. Able to run right in under the tower without really any regard for anyone. Denied!
Wow, look at the armor. 8 armor on that guy, 2 heads. What more can you ask?
2 of something else, I guess. You know? But
at least give 1 head, huh?
Yeah, right. There we go. MV, top lane, free lane, it looks like. Best lane for a Spectre, you would say. Because where is our boy Forev? He's jungle farming at the moment, it looks like, on his axe, straight to the Iron Talon. Not really surprising. He'll end up the salve and just go with a bit of a PvE kind of experience at the start of this one.
Yeah, but Beastmaster, what is he doing? He's getting the rune on the other side.
And he's looking for axe.
They will need to contest this Spectre at one point. I mean, you can't let Spectre free farm.
Well, what is the point at which they could do something about it is what I'm curious about here. Bulba could get up there and get frisky with her, but it's just an ogre. You would need something a bit more than that. Everyone else needs more time.
Bulba's gonna run there and just get some XP. He's not threatened by Spectre, so he just get there. Same thing AUI did in the 3rd game.
That's right. Able to get himself a lot of levels real fast, and getting that Bloodlust and those extra levels of the ulti sooner means that everyone on the team can benefit from that attack speed. And Pylai has made his own minor shift, stepping away from the mid lane, now joins the side of MSS, it would appear. so that, you know, he can still hold his own. Dubu's been babysitting Mason on his troll here. Mason's gotten second highest in
Dire's
CS.
middle tower
Still
is under attack.
working together pretty nicely. And as you can see, the supports are just going to do their own mini battle here. Pi says, do not take this wave, and will prevent him from taking it. And then Dubu says, I will take the wave. And go! He gets the ranged attack in. That's a win. And is able to pull the aggro. That always feels good as a support. You get that one last little ranged attack that's going to pull the full aggro away. And now it gets a bit awkward, so MP looked to invade a bit and just kind of investigate.
All right, so now is the time for Axe to come back on the lane.
Yeah, he got a couple of levels now, so he can hang. Actually, he got a good amount of levels here. He's 4, almost level 5, and it's not even 4 minutes in yet. And Bulba's going to be here to zone Owie back. He's chopping through the trees and heading back to where it's safe. And Forev says, I'm back. Gets the call onto Envy here, and he's hoping for some RNG to play. They get the stun follow-up, but still not just enough spins. Not enough.
Oh, I wish Ogre could cast the stun there on Beastmaster, who had the battle hunger.
Tower is under attack.
Does he have a boots? No, he doesn't even have boots on Beastmaster there. I wonder what his build's gonna be this game on that BM. I mean, he's not jungling, he's just trying to harass and help Spectre on the lane right now with that level 2 boar.
Middle tower is under attack.
By the way, it feels like he's playing. It's like it would favor some sort of utility
Dire's
build-up.
top tower is under attack.
I don't know if that means getting early pipes or force staffs or solar crests even on Beastmaster. Any of those feel like decent options. It's not feeling like a Necro book kind of a game for this Beastmaster, I can tell you that though, but maybe I'll be wrong. We'll see.
Well, maybe like a solar crest, yeah. Yeah.
Pressure on bottom though. DC already find themselves under the tower, and committing in even with the fatal bonds means that they want to really soften up this tower as best as they can. They have a catapult, and they did have 3 ranged creeps, but MSS is going to try to pull the aggression off the tower as best as he can, plus Pi's around, so they do avoid a lot of the extra Tower 1 damage that could have came.
Yeah, and the build on Troll Warlord also favors the push with Fervor level 3. And it's also good against like a melee hero, so you can just harass him, especially when you get that phase boots, and gives you like a good solo kill potential.
Forev now level 6 suddenly. And Envy really needs to be careful. A couple of favorable spins, and he finds himself executed and taken out of the lane entirely. So Forev is total control up here, it looks like for now. Owie's around, but ooh, the first blood is actually going to be in the bottom lane. It's MSS able to cut through the backside and catch out Dubu on his own, and we know how much damage Battery Assault can do.
It's a level 3 Battery Assault. You need to always be careful when you're playing against Clockwork. He has Tranquil Boots ready, so he has higher move speed than the others. Oh, mid lane. They're trying to go on Dazzle.
He gets the Grave off just in time, but doesn't go for any sort of immediate TP. Noble doesn't have any extra mana at the moment, but it doesn't matter. He turns around for Abed, and Abed will be able to move in and get the finish. And just as fast as MP score the first blood, DC will be able to get their own answer on the Dazzle.
He could have TP'd there. I mean, Ogre used stun, and Storm Spirit on level 6 pretty much never has Electric Vortex, so he could have lived there.
Mid lane matchup, Storm 42 and 7, Fada 41. This is a pretty neck and neck mid lane at the moment, with just some little bits of outside interference coming in occasionally. Looks like Pi is rotated all the way up to the top lane now, to the side of Envy here. As Forev is still just a very mighty beast. Uh-oh, what's happening? Bottom, Dubu about to meet the same fate. We didn't catch it the first time, but I imagine it looked a lot like that. Right?
I didn't catch it the second time either.
Oh, okay. Well, don't worry. You can always check the VOD. It was simply MSS locking the chamber down onto Dubu, hitting him with the Battery Assault, and the Warlock just crying. Unfortunately, doing that Battery Assault dance, he got able to get anything off, and MSS is going to be granted a second follow-up takedown here. So he finds himself at about 1,200 gold. What do you think, man? I haven't seen MSS's Clockwork in a while. early blade mail, early force staff. How do you build a clockwork in this one?
Early Midas, maybe.
Ooh.
He has a good amount of gold, but okay, he decides to go for Infused Raindrop and Magic Wand, so he wants to fight.
Yeah. And he will score the Illusion Rune, nabbing it right away from the face of Abed. Good score right there for MP.
Spectre is level 6, Urn is finished, so once Clockwork finds an opening on whoever, they can get an easy kill. Especially, maybe not on Troll, but...
Boom! There it goes!
He's got the hook shot. It looked like he was thinking about it there, but no. No follow-up to be had. Ogre's not an easy pick-off, even when you have a Haunt coming into action. It'd be nice to get a hold of Mason, but
Dire's middle tower is under
I don't think
attack.
just the clock alone is going to be good enough for that. But you're right. The kill potential is now online here for MP, and it is also stack doing time. Look at Dubu. He's like, I don't mind. I'll just freeload this. Grabs a good chunk of XP from this stack takedown. He had been actually a bit weak in the XP department, so this comes at a great time.
Yeah, look at his XP. He might even get to level 5 if he stays in the
Fada's
range.
doing a nice job pulling it far out, but yeah, eventually it does fall back the way. Dude has almost got a full level already, now pushing even past that. Oh, careful. As Psyblade drops to the low ground, and Fata's like, who's down there? If he would have chased and killed him, that would have made my day. But Dubu will be able to get away with the freeloading XP play right there.
Spectre just continues the free farms. What does he have? 71 CS, but Axe is getting close to his Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
400 gold away.
I was looking at that. It's scary. Oh, bottom lane. Jumping hook shot coming out. It's going to be Kagami, a.k.a. Bulba, a.k.a. Mr. Potter, in a lot of trouble. And no spell could be cast to escape out of that demise. MSS killing spree already for the Clockwork before 10 minutes in. Pretty nice.
Yeah, and level 7 with level 4 Battery Assault. Now he can pretty much kill anyone with the assist of Spectre.
Forev, though, is creeping so close to that Blink Dagger. Can't help but feel like that is going to be a huge spike for the power of DC in this game. Pairing that together with Storm Spirit's capability to be able to get those jump-ins. Globally, Mason will be obviously offering all he can with the Battle Trance. That just feels like it all but assures any sort of fights or pickoffs. Put together with Dubu, and he's probably going to get that Rock soon. I don't know if the Tome is available, but Rock comes online as well. DC are just in a great spot.
Yeah, he just bought a Tome, so he will get level 6 from that.
Oh, sweet.
96 to 20. Let me just do the maths. Yeah, he will get it.
Nice.
Oh, it takes some time.
That's all right. It's better than NA math, so you got that going for you. Top lane. I see some DC members, and look at who's got a Blink Dagger.
Bottom tower is under attack.
It is Forev. He's flexing it in the lane as if he doesn't care, and PC it. Dubu, as mentioned, had gotten that Tome, so his Rock's online, but they're actually not joining him towards this top lane push. DC are just kind of slow playing this one for now, or maybe scoping out mid lane options here. Yeah, they're going to go on mid, it looks like. With the TP already coming in, they're going to lead it off with a Chaotic Offering. Dropped on above. Bulba's also in on the action, and suddenly 4 DC members tag team down Fata and look to follow it up with a tier 1 push.
Yeah, Envy continues to farm on bottom. On top lane, not really contested. Troll is there, will put some pressure while they try to kill the mid tower.
MP holding things out a bit. Obviously looking for the later part of this game. Trying to stretch things where possible. MSS, though, a fighter. He has his blade mail now complete, sporting a DD at the moment, but is a man alone on this mission. Looks like Bulba's going to get spotted, going a bit deep into NP territory, and I imagine they're going to be looking to take care of that ward soon.
Both teams have pretty good Roche lineup, so in the next few minutes, if 2 heroes die, they can take Roche really easily. It favors more the DC lineup because of the Troll Vlad's offering.
Envy still looking like a Radiance agenda for him. Still got a while to go, but that's still what is on the mind. Force Staff next up for Forev. We haven't been able to see too much dunking action quite yet, but I would make no mistake that he could go for an all-in attempt on taking out Envy. He just has to hope that not too much trouble is going to be waiting around. I mean, even Pi will not be able to bail Envy out of a situation like that.
Yeah, well, he needs a Force Staff against Clockwork, against BM. It's always good to kite around, and once he goes in, he can also get out easily with it. Also, Ogre has one queued up, so Force.
Dubu has been spotted, the trap on the ground, and MSS will promptly jump in to take care of it. Envy, though, gets that global in, and will be able to finish off with the last hit. And now he's just going to farm things out in the bottom part, it looks like. I'm surprised still to see, you know, DC are kind of taking things a little slow. I guess they're playing around the rock a bit more, but, uh-oh, top lane. Forev is the one actually getting assaulted. It's MSS going coast to coast here. Gets action done in the mid lane. Suddenly he's top, getting the jump on Forev and taking him out.
Yeah, well, at least Axe bought that, what is it called? Staff of Wizardry before he died, so no gold loss for him. Oh, Clock with a juicy region picked up.
And suddenly it's as if the Clock didn't even get into battle. And he will head himself right back towards that top lane once again and further towards his own Force Staff pickup at this point. Him and Fata early pickup of the Blink Dagger and now puts the Deso in queue to be picked up next. So their farm is going to continue on forward. Feels like it's been a while since we touched base with Owie. You were super curious on how things are going to be going for him and what his buildup was going to be. And it looks like he is indeed going to be picking up the medallion and possibly moving forward for the Solar Crest.
Yeah, or maybe if he gets enough gold, he might go for a Blink Dagger, so that will be their initiation besides Clockwork. Oh, someone this.
Super awkward. Unfortunately, it looked like that was a DC move in. They had the smoke. The jump was there from Forev. A nice quick reaction from Fata to blink back. Forev was able to actually cancel the call, though. And Fata should be able to make his way out from this. An unfortunate timing for a pause, but he begins to head that direction. The long jump follow-up, though, will be there and committed from Abed. And it looks like they will have the dust for when Fata goes into the meld. There's the chop at the end for Forev, and it's a successful gank attempt taking down Fata.
Yeah, Beastmaster on bottom lane just continues to split push.
Maybe this is what he's doing this game.
Yeah, with Medallion just boosting the armor for the creep. The tower is focusing. Who has a TP? Troll, no TP. Alright, he might actually take that tier 2 tower on bottom.
The trade will be the tier 1, but a tier 2 takedown is obviously a little bit sweeter here for MP. That bottom jungle is feeling very free for him at the moment with that one less access point for DC to be able to go to. After DC claimed that tier 1 tower, it looks like they're going to just shift themselves on back. Traps within the Roche pit are going to get cleared out now from Dubu, because I imagine both these teams are going to be looking to go for the Roche next. In fact, DC say, let's take care of it now. They begin to head inside, and it's Mason going to work. He's got the Vlads and Bloodlust, I'm sure, in a moment. Give that man Bloodlust. All right, now he can really begin to go in. Where's that ulti at, man? Not going to use the battle chance, maybe worried about the enemy team hearing it. No, there we go! Woo! Look at him go.
They're not going to contest it.
Not at all.
100 gold away for Relic, for Envy.
A patient game for Envy, of course. He gets some little participation with that recent haunt and has another one available to go, but he has a mission ahead of him, you could say. So, the man of the quest.
The hard part is finished, getting the relic. Easy part is to get the recipe.
And then what do you suppose? He just continues this kind of greedier game build-up, or do MP just, you know, begin to have some fun at that point? MSS has been having a lot of fun, but Maybe Envy gets in on the action a bit more once his Radiance is up, or do you suppose they're fine just playing around the Haunt, let him keep farming, and then whenever he has Haunt, maybe we'll do something?
Well, when the Radiance is up, they should fight, but they don't need to force anything. With Spectre, you have super late game secured.
Aoi has bottom lane secured and continues to secure it. After stepping away from the medallion, he got the drums complete, and now we'll move forward for the rest of that Solar Crest.
Interesting build, just tanking up and giving his team what it's
Wall
needed.
jump, and it looks like they'll be able to get the Dazzle down. Pi will get finished as a smoke movement comes out from DC. He will be the one to tank the gank as DC spread and get some nice vision down.
Radiant's middle tower is
Pressuring
under
towards
attack.
this tier 2 themselves. They make their impression heard here by MP.
Dire's top tower
Fada
is
has
under
a double
attack.
damage bottled up. This could get fun.
Yeah, almost enough gold for Deso. Oh, Troll is TPing. He has a blink ready though.
Whoa, steps out the second they show up. Fada will be able to make it away. And we'll wait 10 more seconds before the new creeps will spawn, and he'll have a new ancient camp to farm through and be able to finish out that Desolator. Looks like Bulba's got a new game plan here. After they pushed down top lane a bit, they didn't get any sort of extra damage on that tier 2. It looks like they want to kind of get back to the bottom lane again. Aoi had been down here, as mentioned multiple times. Pretty much uncontested, it feels like, doing his own thing, and it looks like DC are either tired of it or looking to just kind of get their jungle back. Either way, they continually draw out the game plan to push out this bottom and mid lane.
Yeah, he almost has enough gold for Solar Crest. He was free farming on bottom lane for the past 10 minutes, just getting tier 2 tower down. They're still not ready to fight MP because Radiance is 300 gold away. Once that is up, they should try to catch good fights. Aegis on Storm Spirit, 1 extra charge from Bloodstone on that Dazzle kill. Seems like both teams are actually ready to fight right now.
DC seeing if they can maybe draw out MP as they push in for a tier 1 here in the bottom lane.
Is under attack.
We see if MP are looking to respond. Pylai takes the preemptive measure to get that high ground vision. And look at that. An early defensive weave already comes out. MP could be looking to strike the second they show up. Abed dancing out in front. And that's when Aoi comes out from the trees and dishes out that primal roar. The rest of the team looking to swarm on in, but they are going to be able to get the finish on Aoi. Warlock also to go down, though, means that they're not going to have a rock available for this fight. And MSS is able to get a hold of Mason and lock him within the cage. He gets the finish. Abed returns with that second life. He's going for the jump commitment on forward, and, well, he's out of there just as fast. MSS gets a follow-up finish on Forev, and MP hit down DC hard.
Yeah, that placement from BM actually won them the fight. They had good vision on them, and it was a TA with a double damage and death, so she just rips apart. Plus, Clockwork got hands on Troll. I mean, you need to focus him or get out of the cogs, but with Barrier Assault and that Blade Mail, you just do so much damage to yourself from the return.
You're just stuck kind of there with your hands tied. It's either commit on in for the Clockwork and risk blasting yourself with an overwhelming amount of damage, or nothing. You hope for a teammate to force you out or something. And unfortunately, Mason didn't have that kind of assistance available to him, so he gets locked up and ripped apart. The timings just worked out so splendidly there for MP. The convenience of Fata having that double damage ready to go. Looking to go for the finish. Did he have his Deso in that fight, or did he finish his Deso after that fight?
Oh, it was in that fight.
Yeah, he had the Deso finish for that fight. MV had the Radiance finish. The timings were just wonderfully there for MP, and all too convenient that DC happened to be wanting also to take a fight and some pushing in that bottom lane.
Yeah, there was Aegis and Storm Spirit, so they basically team wiped them there.
And DC, of course, feeling like they were going to be the ones with the upper hand, having that extra life. Again, just unfortunately works out to the better of MP in this case, but that means they still have that rock available. Maybe DC can look to move on and set something new up. But since that last fight, already everything from MP is at the ready, and in fact, they're already ready to move in and take another fight.
Coming in.
Radiant's middle tower
Fata finishes that tier 1, of course, but looks like MP are posturing up this mid lane a bit. There goes another weave. And the commitment could be made. Haunt is good to go. They spot what's happening near the ancient camp, and that's when they look to strike. The battle is going to be there, and they get a hold of Forev and finish him off. The follow-up from Envy, slashing down Dubu. They're going to get the job done. MP claim 2 more lives. And look for a follow-up play, pressuring into this tier 2.
Seems like the game is falling apart for DC. They really can't fight anymore.
Hook shot catch, and it's MSS catching, of all people, Bulbo with his clockwork. How ironic as it is, he's going to be able to get the takedown finish, too. Back at mid lane, we're not done yet. Abed looking to get deep into the action, finds himself with little mana and very low on life. Frantically making it back inside his base. NP take another win and grab the tier 2. As you said, this one getting a bit ahead now for MP. They're going to be sporting a 6K advantage and probably moving up further than that.
Yeah, MP, they just need to continue what they're doing. There is tier 1 tower on top, and the Roche can be spawning in the next 40 seconds, so that's where they're gonna head. Also, they need a Blink Dagger on that BM for that super easy initiation. And meanwhile, Troll kind of away from that BKB, but still he's gonna have a hard time focusing Clockwork.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be falling back on his allies to bail him out. We already know that Forev has the Force Staff for assistance, but outside of that, you know, once Mason's kind of locked in that kind of situation, there's no escape for him unless he gets to a point where he's able to kind of overtake MSS and just wipe him out. It's going to be a very, very difficult time for him to really unleash any sort of raw power in this game.
It's a full BKB on DA level 19.
Wow. Fata. 25 minutes in, too, and he's having a great game here. Not done yet, though, here for DC. They keep pressuring the side lanes as best they can, and it looks like they may be able to get a potential pick here onto Pi. Ben moves in with the setup, and now the Rock going to be committed as Fata wants to jump in. They cut over on the other side, and it seems like they've been able to get a hold of Forev here. MSS is looking to go for the finish on that one, while Aoi locks down Abed. Oh, MSS tried to get the hook shot back, maybe to go for Abed, but only catches Aoi instead. Now Aoi gets dragged into the high ground, but Fata is able to step in and help him get the finish. Fata now forced to hide and meld as Mason shows up, and he's got a BKB and an ulti, so do not want to be swinging with him, but he avoids further trouble, and it feels like it's a better fight for MP once again.
Yeah, MP losing pretty much all the time, just the support heroes and Clockwork missed the hook shot there for the Storm Spirit, who was lacking out of mana, had enough time to get back to the shrine. Still a good fight again for the NP. Roche just spawned, and they can go there. There's no rock for the next 2 minutes.
We'll have to see based on the body language of MP if they are going to be thinking the same thing or not. Looks to possibly be so. They're already heading that direction right now. Mason sees the Roche inside the pit, but there's a trap there. They'll see it now. They'll quickly take care of it, but RDC gonna hang around for it. It's very scary, especially with a Clockwork on the other team, constantly scouting out with rockets and with that threat of the hook. Pi on the bad side of the river right now. Ooh, you're a hook. Actually not gonna be able to find its target. Forev also not gonna find its target. Are we looking at some nerves here? Teams just flirting with each other a bit, but neither able to get the jump.
Yeah, MP is not in a rush. Hound will be ready in 15 seconds, and there's not gonna be Rock ready for the next 50, so...
Oh, they step back to smoke. There was a ward on the high ground, but I don't think it caught the vision of the smoke, it looks like. But they do decide to wrap all the way up and around. But if I look at MP here, it looks like they are not going to be in that area at all. They head all the way over to their side and will hang on the comfortable high ground area. In fact, look at this. Defensive weave? Are they trying to bait out something from DC?
They don't have the vision where DC is right now. They use the scan and they're just trying to stay on the high ground.
Looks like they just had the general idea that DC were probably going to be looking to get something set up and have tried to avoid any sort of confrontation. MP looking to only take fights on their terms, it would appear.
The mysteries renew me.
DC are trying to have another say in the matter. Eventually DC are going to have to pull off, but they're going to continue to try to keep tabs on that pit when they can. It looks like a new smoke here now for MP. And this one, they begin to head the other side here. I don't know if DC are going to be prepared for it, but DC are still together as a team, and they're on that high ground. Watched under by the trap. MP need to be very careful about how they approach this. Looks like DC also might be able to avoid possible trouble. These teams are pretty equal, feels like.
Yeah, and both teams are same amount of cautious. They don't want to risk Roche. They want to take fight before, but NP says it's enough. We're gonna push your tier 3 tower.
Yeah, we're gonna officially draw you out of the dark and force you inside your own home to defend now. They force out the glyph early, and MP now can finally head back the other direction and head all the way up. Boba already pinging the Roche pit, thinking that maybe MP could be heading there now. But we'll have to see what they decide to do here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Looks like
BM doesn't decide to go for Blink Dagger. Instead, he's gonna go for Heaven's Halberd. Once Troll's BKB is down, he'll just use it on him, so he can't attack, especially when he's in melee form. It lasts longer.
Yeah, so just imagine first MSS gets a hold of him with the Cog and the Blade Mail, and you know, obviously Mason's going to try to fight it out with his BKB. By the time that concludes and he gets out of the Cog cage, he's going to get hit up with the Halberd, so Mason is going to continue to find his hands possibly tied in these fights a bit. But here they are back towards their ancient side. They get the sentry down, and they're going to quickly take care of the wards and the traps. Rockets keep coming out. MP looking to hold their vision as best they can. Just continued respect, though. I would say MP have a team that can get the jump a bit faster with the benefit of that Haunt plus Fata's reach. Oh, Bulba wants to move in. Finds himself quickly getting hit hard, but then they quickly follow it up with the rocket to be dropped right now. Fata looks to move in, but it's Envy doing the work, quickly clearing out both those supports. The hook shot comes out. They're trying to save Fata as best they can. He's able to blink on the back of his reflection and make it to the high ground and out to safety. Now they turn around and look to converge onto Mason, and they will get him dropped. Only Abed will be the one to survive. Meant refraction, by the way. I said refraction, okay. They get it done. 4 go down. MP now inside the pit to claim what's rightfully theirs.
Yeah, even if Rock is dropped, the Rock dies in a second. And also, when you initiate, Spectre just provides vision for the whole team where everyone is. Also, Ogre just got caught even before the fight started, so...
I mean, was he caught? It looked like he just kind of walked in there almost casually, like, hey, how's it going? Just, yeah, go ahead. Unleash your fury onto me. He did somehow almost scoot himself out alive, but at that point, DC were already committed in for the fight. And as we saw, Envy was able to kind of get in there and easily clean out those supports. But now, MP claiming Aegis and new control in this game.
Radiant's top tower
Still holding the net worth and taking it up to new heights now at approaching 14K of a net worth advantage. They're in their best position yet.
Radiant's top tower
Yeah, Fata just finished the Orchid. There's still no Lincolns on Storm or a BKB, so once he goes in, they should be able to just melt him down in seconds.
DC going to probably try to get themselves the time to be able to finish such an item, I would imagine, but we'll see if MP have other plans here. Envy quick to the bottom lane as they try to get the pressure built between both mid and bottom. Fata obviously able to confidently step back and be able to take care of the rest of the Ancients. He has that Orchid complete, working to getting that Bloodthorn done. And that would mean no threat of the Whirling Axes anymore. DC
Another
just,
Solar Crest, yeah, on MSS. It's double crest against Troll plus Heaven's Hellbird. It's pretty impossible to hit once your BKB is down.
Yeah, MKB obviously not going to be looking to come anytime soon, unfortunately. They need a Bloodthorn on Abed somehow, but he's already working with his own defensive problems, trying to get a hold of that Lincoln Sphere. The timings are just not lining up for DC at all in the item department, while MP are just kind of in a good power peak right now with Aegis in hand. No reason why they shouldn't just kind of move on in there. And Fata's going to soften up the tower a little bit and step away. Rinse and repeat action.
Yeah, Aegis and 8-second BKB should be enough to just use it. Oh, they're trying for some sneaky action with 4 staffs. Force him in the
forward,
base.
Yeah. Forev dancing around the front line with that axe, trying to bring Fata into a unwelcoming position. Now they get the finish. The jump in call is going to be there. They're looking to drag Fata forward. Can they burst him down in time? The haunt comes out from Envy. The rock going to be dropped on top of his head. MSS looking to go for the follow-up play. That's when the Warlock's going to get finished. Fata looking to go in. They get the blast finish onto Forev. He's going to be out of this one without a buyback, and Bubba will meet the same fate there. Mason and Abed, the lone survivors now, but it is trouble inside the base. Abed, the long jump out, TP back to help to clear things up, but it might not be good enough. Mason moves back in, but quickly moves back out once he feels the power of Fata. And they're going to be able to get the finish on the first set of racks already. MP feeling themselves now go towards the mid lane and are getting closer to being able to close this one out. 21-7, and a commanding performance already for game number 5. A long day for them, working their way out from that lower bracket. And now they're 2 racks is up.
There's nothing DC can do anymore. They had to commit to buybacks, and the Ogre and the Warlock don't provide pretty much anything in those fights. There's not enough damage, actually. Plus, Aegis still on TA, and the Spectre is just getting out of hand.
Desperation, you think? Smoke popped here.
Yeah, it's a go big
and
or go
immediately
home.
debunked. Bulba heads to the high ground, and that's where MP stand. But are MP ready to take this kind of a fight? Abed looking to make his move in, tries to grab a hold of Envy to pull him back in. Bulba's going to be the first to go down, and Mason begins to go to work. He's managing to burst down Fata and does get the Aegis taken care of, but Forev is going to be the one dropped once again by MSS. Now it's Mason getting caught out inside with MSS, trying to make it back in the way between him and Abed. Oh, the hard shot comes out. The miss, though, is there. Mason ends up getting taken down at the end. It's Envy who burns it home. And now it's only Mason with a buyback. Him and Abed. And it's over. Just like that, they're going to call it congratulations to Team NP. They are going to qualify for the Summit 7.
Well deserved by Team NP. They really showed some great performance. Also DC with a good performance, but they lacked, I would say, strategy-wise in the third game. They let the Spectre free farm for the first 10 minutes, and also Beastmaster for the first 15 minutes. So, and plus Fata also was getting out of control on that mid lane.
Then you might as well also name MSS too. Remember, that guy led off the game with 3-0 before 10 minutes in. Really, MP as a whole just played a really stellar game.
Yeah, I didn't mention MSS. MSS really through the whole series and in the previous days showing some excellent performance. I mean, he didn't die on Clockwork this whole game.
really something special by them, and congratulations are certainly in order. MP just yesterday had to go through another tough grand final. That one just a best of 3 for the back end of Epicenter, and in that one they came up short. It was Thunderbirds who were able to beat them down and take it. So you would think that when today MP have to approach Thunderbirds once again in that lower bracket final, it would be a tough task, but no. MP managed to do it. They beat down Thunderbirds in 3 games and then move on to challenge Digital Chaos once again and do it again. This was a great run and a great day for MP, and MP fans should be totally thrilled. But like you were saying, props to Digital Chaos. This is a squad that's had a few adjustments recently. They started looking like the best team on the block, making their way through the upper bracket of the playoffs. Remember, they did pull out a very convincing win at the start, 2-0ing NP, and then also taking down Thunderbirds. But we'll just have to wait to see more from Digital Chaos. But Lacoste, our American qualifiers are over. Anything you got to say before we close things out?
Oh, well, I said it once. I think America becoming stronger and stronger. It's not just one team like EG plus one more who's competing for the second place. The competition got really better, and also some South American teams hopping in. That's what I like to see, actually, forming like a bigger community of tier 1 teams.
And that will do it. Congratulations once again to Team NP. They have qualified and secured their trip to the Summit 7 here in Los Angeles. That will happen right after Epicenter, of course, and then just before TI qualifier time. But that will do it, and that is going to be those spread of qualifier teams. It's been an absolute pleasure, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in all week long for all of the qualifier coverage as we get down to the back end of it now. If you guys liked what you heard, please be sure you go hit up my boy Lacoste here at Lacoste Dota. He is continuing to try his best to improve and become one of the best analysts on the scene. So hit him up. Lacoste, we have more work to do. We'll be hanging out probably next week at Star Ladder in China. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, me too, man. I gotta get some sleep and
please do
start my trip to China. It's gonna be a long-ass trip.
All right, dude. Take care and get some rest. Thanks for joining us on such ridiculous hours, okay?
Yeah, see you soon, brother.
All right, everybody else. You got to get the hell out because we're all done here. It's been an absolute pleasure bringing you the coverage, and it was super exhausting, but I got to go home and, well, I got to pass out. Take care, and I'll see you next week for some Star Ladder action, okay? And happy Mother's Day to all the awesome mothers out there.